This video will cover the information about ASNT NDT Level 3 Basic Examination. So basic examination is a part of NDT Level 3 program. So just now we discussed, so in order to become an ASNT NDT Level 3, so you need to pass the basic examination at any cost, no excuse. For example, if I pass 11 methods or 10 methods, but if I fail basic exam, so after 2 years all methods gone, or after 2 years everything gone. Again I need to apply, again I need to rewrite all the method examinations, because basic is a mandatory examination to become an ASNT NDT level 3. So this one is a computer based test, so you need to book an appointment with a test center. Anytime you can sit 4 hours, then you can finish your examination. So topics, coming to the syllabus for this basic examination, they split into 3 topics. So the first one we call as a QC, qualification and certification program. So you can simply remember like QC, qualification and certification program. Just now we mentioned, right, driving license, driver qualification or education qualification, evidence is your certificate. So qualification and certification program. So that is what your first topic. Then second topic is you need to be familiar with all other NDT methods, same like doctors. If you go to any doctor, for example you go to a dentist, so you have some minor cut or maybe some minor injury, so you went to a dentist, so he should do a first aid. He should not tell like I'm a dentist, I cannot do this, because as a doctor he need to have some familiarity with a chest pain or fevers or other areas, like if any surgeries, other things also he can handle. Simple things he is supposed to handle. That is what we say, like you need to have a broad understanding of other methods as well, because you are the person holding the highest qualification in NDT. For example, simple example, you are an MPI level 3, so every day you are suggesting to your technicians which MPI methods we need to use or which procedures, all these things. So suddenly one technician bring a copper specimen, they bring a copper pipe, they ask you how to do MPI on this. Then as a level 3 what you suggest? So no, this copper we cannot do MPI, because we cannot magnetize this part, because copper is a non-ferromagnetic material. So in this case what you can suggest to that technician, you can tell, maybe you can ask him to do PT, or you can ask him to do AD current testing. So as a level 3 you need to suggest. Or sometime if you tell this information to the customer, immediately they will ask you, okay, you are the level 3, you suggest which method is best, or which method is cost effective, which method is more faster. So they will put all these questions to you, because you are an expert in this method or in this NDT field. So they think like you have a lot of knowledge or experience, all these things, so they will ask all these questions. So to cover this, so you need to be familiar with all the major NDT methods, whether you be having a level 2 or level 3. So that is a secondary thing, but at least you need to know something about these methods. Okay, then the third one is a materials fabrications and product technology. So why we need to know about materials fabrication and process technology like welding, casting, forging, all these things? Why we need to know? Because you want to become an ASNT NDT level 3. So once you become an ASNT NDT level 3, we don't know whether you are working with automobile industry, or whether you are working with aerospace industry, or maybe you're working in oil and gas, or maybe offshore, or maybe manufacturing sector. So we don't know where you are going to work. For example, if you are working in the shipyard, so every day you see the steel plates, weldings, other things, so maybe you are dealing with AWSD 1.1, or maybe you join Rolls Royce or Airbus or Boeing, so maybe every day you are dealing with composite materials, the aircraft structures, fuselage, all those things, land gears, all those things, so many other components where you need to deal with different type of composite materials or plastic materials, aluminum alloys. Or if you are working with automobile industry, so aluminum parts, so aluminum parts, machinery parts, all these things. Or maybe for example, just now I shown the advertisement, maybe you joined SpaceX, so maybe you are dealing with the rockets, the motors, or the propellers, all those things. So there maybe you are dealing with the composite materials. So different areas, different materials, different components, different type of processes. Maybe you are dealing with a welding process, or maybe you are dealing with a casting industry. For example, you are working in India with a casting manufacturer, so there they melt the material, they pour, they prepare the castings. So we don't know which area you cover as a level 3. So that's why in order to cover this area, so you need to have a familiarity, and you need to have a better understanding of all these processes. Sometime you are just dealing with only welding, but suddenly they will purchase one part, forged component. Then you need to do UT. Then they will ask, this is a forged component, which procedure we can use, which standard, what is the acceptance criteria. So then you need to work out. So if you want to work out on these things, so you need to have some idea what is the difference between forging and casting or welding. So that's what they will be tested on this area. So your basic examination is comprising these three areas. First one is a qualification and certification program. Then the first topic, why we need to read SNTTC 1A CP 189, because you are the level 3, you are the one going to train and certify your technicians, meaning you are conducting the training programs to your staff and you are going to conduct the examinations. Then you are going to issue in-house level 2 certificate, level 1 certificate to your staff. So you are the one dealing all this certification process. That's why you need to be familiar with this SNTTC 1 and CP 189. So some companies nowadays, they are incorporating this ISO 9712 additional requirement also to cover some project requirements. So you need to familiar with the NAS 410 or EN 4179 or maybe ISO 9712. So depending on your company situation, some of the additional certification schemes also you should be familiar with. For example, if you are working in Canada or some countries, maybe you need to use a Canadian certification scheme. If you are residing in Australia, maybe Australian Institute of NDT NDT certificates. So depends on country to country. If you are working in Japan, so mostly they will ask you to follow only Japanese standards. They don't follow American standards. They are the one unique country, so they don't depend on others. They have their own standards or own technology. But if you compare China, so they copy, they will duplicate in another standards. So that one is their style. They copy the things and they will come up with their own standards. You see the best examples like WhatsApp, Facebook, all these things, everything is banned in China because they have their other apps, other applications. But if you go in detail of those options, all these things, maybe they mimic these kind of apps or applications or softwares, all these things. Okay, so it depends, like some people they just copy, adopt, some people they have their own standards, all these things. Okay, so coming to summarize, so the basic examination is comprising three topics. The first topic is QC, qualification and certification program, so where we cover SNTC 1A CP 189. And the second one is as a level 3 you need to be familiar with all 11 NDT methods minimum. So minimum you need to cover 11 NDT methods. So the best trainer is here with you. I'm holding 11 methods NDT level 3. So if you ask something in detail deeper, so I can able to explain because I'm holding level 3 in all the 11 methods. So okay, that's what one of the advantage why we are better when compared with other training centers, because I'm a level 3 in 11 methods. I can handle all the methods clearly, so even I can advise more deeper way. So that's what we slightly differ to other training centers. So the third one is a materials fabrication and product technology. So here we will explain you about casting, forgings, weldings, coatings, then material science, process technology, all those things. So heat treatments, material structures, all those things. So we will cover as part of this. So some people maybe they are not well versed about metallurgy, maybe they can learn certain things from these classes. Okay. So if you go in detail, so you need to refer to this document ANSI/ASNT-CP 105, page number 105 to 108. So if you refer to these 3 pages, you can get a complete syllabus for basic level 3 basic examination. So this one already I shared in the WhatsApp. Again we will share again along with the reference materials. Okay. So the first one is, you can see here, so here they clearly mentioned. So the first topic, you need to cover SNTTC 1A, you need to complete CP 189, and you need to complete this ASNT NDT level 3 program. So just now we completed this ASNT NDT level 3 program. So the document is ASNT-1C 1D. So just now we covered, right? So the document is nothing but ASNT NDT level 3 program document. So we covered roughly that document. Then SNTTC1A, CP189. These are all two documents slightly similar. So within 3 to 4 classes we complete these two. Then the second one is the general familiarity with NDT methods. Here you need to cover 11 NDT methods. So what are the 11 NDT methods? So later I will share my certificate or my wallet card. You can see the 11 NDT methods that ASNT conducting nowadays. But nowadays only 10 methods. So you just remove NR, so 10 methods. But in the exam still you need to read 11 NDT methods because they haven't updated the syllabus. So still they will ask few questions from NR. So you need to read NR also. Then the third one, so materials, like a different type of materials like carbon steels, or non-ferrous materials like copper alloys, aluminum alloys, titanium alloys, variety of materials like rubbers, concretes, then plastic materials, all those things you need to cover. Then fabrication process, casting, forging, welding, bending, annealing, quenching, so heat treatments, all the technology, machinery technology, like you are doing cutting, grinding, polishing, so then painting, coatings, so all those things you need to cover as a part of this topic 3. Okay, then topic 1, so what are the books required? So you need to cover SNDTC 1A and you need to cover CP 189. Then the third document you need to cover is a NIT level 3 certification program. So these are the 3 documents you need to cover. Okay, so these 2 books, what they did, they combined and they come up with a study guide, level 3 study guide. If you refer this level 3 study guide, slightly they explain the same thing what shown in SNDTC 1A and CP 189. So we will teach these 2 documents, then after you can read this one on your own, because the same thing they explain in detail in level 3 study guide. Then this one, just now we covered the CPE-ASND 1D document, level 3 certification program. So this one for first topic, how many books? So 3 books you need to cover, so SNTC 1A, CP 189 and level 3 study guide. Then coming to the second topic, so just now we mentioned, so we need to cover 11 entity methods. What are they? So these are the 11 entity methods you need to cover. So for this you need to refer to some handbooks, but as you are attending our classes, so we will give a short notes for these entity methods. You can refer to our short notes. So we compile our short notes and we will try to give you few pages. For example, RT 10 pages, UT 12 pages, or VT maybe 15 pages. So something like we will give a short notes for each method. You can just read that, you can cover the examination syllabus. So no need to go and struggle with these handbooks, because if you enter into these handbooks you will see lot of information, so which may deviate you from the exam preparation. So no need to read too many things, because you just need to have some idea as a level 2. You are not going for method examinations. Okay, then the third topic is fundamentals of material technology, fundamentals of fabrication and product technology. So for this you need to read this book, Materials and Processes for NDT Technology book. So there is one more book to help you, that one is question banks, so that one also you need to cover. So once you read some materials you can practice the questions, but those questions also, like, we arrange with our practice papers, so you can practice our papers, so it will cover those things. Then if you see the ASNT website, so they are covering these methods, so there is no NR, so they're conducting only 10 methods, one basic. So this one already we've seen, so I will showing again. So topic 1, so you need to cover SNTTC 1A and you need to cover CP 189 and you need to read this level 3 study guide. Then after, the final document is level 3 certification program. Okay, so this one is topic 1, SNTTC 1A, CP 189, so level 3 study guide, and CP 180-ASNT 1D. Then coming to the topic 2, so you need to refer to some handbooks to cover 11 NDT methods. So this one we provide you the handbooks, all these things, but you just need to follow our short notes. That would be fine to cover the examination, because we did all the background work, everything, and we come up with our short notes. Okay, so these are some handbooks, other things. Then coming to the topic 3, so you need to read each and every page of this process technology book, and after that you can practice 500 questions, meaning you read this book and immediately practice 500 questions. So you may expect few questions from this book directly, so it will be very helpful to practice these 500 questions. It covers this topic 3 syllabus, as well as it covers NDT methods also. So it will cover both NDT methods as well as process technology. Then whether we need to refer to any other books, yes, if you check the syllabus, so they ask you to refer some of the NDT books, like they call as a PTP series, they call as a personal training publication. PTP is nothing but personal training publications. So you need to refer some of these books, UT, MT, PT, VT. So these are also part of references, but we will not give these book, and we will not share too much information, because you already have a lot of syllabus to read. So what we do, we will try to come up with a short notes and we will give that. You just refer to that. It is more than enough to cover the examination syllabus. So no need to go for too many books. Okay, so this is about your basic examination, the syllabus requirements. So in the next class